Hi, I'm HeroBabaa, and this is a devlog about my entry for the GMTK Game Jam 2023. This year's theme was Roles Reversed. It's an interesting theme. There are a lot of things that could be thought of, but at the moment of seeing the announcement, I didn't have any ideas yet. I started thinking of an idea with a friend of mine that we will call CD. After a little bit of brainstorming, we decided on a game where you would be a godlike entity that would choose to side with the zombies or the humans. I already made the game and sadly didn't record any footage of it because of storage and environmental issues, so I will try to explain it on top of the finished game and the clip I recorded close to the start. I first started by adding a human sprite I had from one of my previous projects, and a zombie sprite that CD drew while we were deciding on the game idea. Then I made a background for the game, and added the character sprites on top of the background. Then I added a mechanic for controlling any entity you wanted, and after that, because it was late, I called it a day and went to bed at 1 in the morning. The next day, I made the human and zombie AIs and found a critical problem with my idea. I realized that the game didn't fit the theme very well, and thought about how I could make it fit it. After a bit of brainstorming, I decided on an ability which, when activated, could reverse the role of a body part's function. Like, when the sight role is reversed, the enemy entities would get confused and attack their own allies. Then I recorded some audio clips at 11 in the night. After adding the audio clips to the game, I called it a day and went to bed at 1 in the morning. The next day, I sat down and started by wondering how I was going to finish the game in the remaining 10 hours of the game jam. At that point, the game was lacking a story, a main menu, the reverse roles ability, which is the thing that makes the game fit the theme, and some nice polish. So before going into despair, I started by adding the reverse roles ability. After adding that, I added a main menu, a credits list, and a how to play menu. When there were about 5 hours left until the deadline, I remembered that the game still doesn't have a story. I started by adding a dialogue system I made for one of my previous projects, and what do you know, I had a lot of errors. I fixed the errors and started by thinking of a simple story. I decided on a story where the zombies would get attacked by the humans, to fit the theme a bit more, and since my dialogue system had a name section, I wanted to include a couple entertaining short dialogues between some characters. After adding the story, there were about 2 hours left until the deadline. I started by adding some polish, some map boundaries, bug fixing, and there were about 2 minutes left when my internet went out. The place I was currently at didn't have internet, so I was using my mobile data, but when there were 2 minutes left, my battery ran out. So I rushed to the plug and connected it to the charger, and when it opened back up, time ran out. But when I connected back to my mobile data, I refreshed the Game Jam page, and what a surprising coincidence! The deadline was delayed by an hour. After calming down, I fixed a couple bugs, and then I submitted the game with 30 minutes left to spare. After not much thought, I decided to call the game HumOrZom. You can play HumOrZom on itch from the link below. You can also subscribe to my channel if you want to get notified when I upload another video. On this channel, I upload videos about games that I make and games that I play. Anyways, have a nice day or night depending on when you're watching this, and I hope you liked the video. This was HeroBabaa, signing out. And for the ones who watched until the end, thank you. But if you're wondering about the rankings, then we don't